Hello, everybody. It is Dragon Gamer Blood Moon Eclipse, and today we're going to be reading about Logan Cemetery. It's Logan, Utah place. So, just let me just get that very wrong. Yeah. A legend surrounds this cemetery about a father put a curse on his large family as he died. He said that after he was gone, every 6 months, one of his 8 children would die too. The curse came true as one by one they died of an illness or injury at 6 month intervals. Then, 6 months later, their mother died too. The large statue of a woman in the cemetery, called the Weeping Lady, is surrounded by the 8 graves and is said to be crying over her children. Dang. So, as the legend goes, if you go to the graveyard on midnight of the night one of her children died, you can hear her crying and tears will appear on her cheeks. So goes the legend, but according to reported. What? Is this like Google translated? So goes the legend, but according to reported. Yeah, this is definitely Google Translate right here. The reality is that there was no cruel curse, and the couple were Olaf and Julia Conquest from Scandinavia. Julie was not very well herself and continued to lose her also frail children to illness. She spent a lot of her time visiting their graves, and when she passed away in 1914, the statue of her was erected by Olaf. If you send any paranormal experience here, you can add any additional. Okay. Well, pretty cool if you ask me, but that was really. I don't know if it was informative much. Didn't really help. So let's see. Yeah, I'll pause real quick so I can find y'all something to listen to. So, guys, yeah, we're right back to only in your state because this is a place that I can trust. So, all right, let's see here. Hobbits might live in Sugar House. Vicious hobbits live in a community of tiny houses and on Allen Park Drive in Sugar House. These hobbits are magical, evil creatures who worship the devil. There is indeed such a community of tiny houses, but it originally housed birds, not people. Dr. and Miss George Allen lived on the property in the 1930s and were bird lovers and collectors. Dr. Allen built many housing structures for his birds, some of which looked like tiny houses. When he needed an influx of cash to fund his bird sanctuary, he added some small human homes to the 8 acre property he rented and rented them out. You may still find some of the houses on the property for rent, but you won't have hobbits as neighbors. Okay. Number 3. 6-year-old Utah girl loses her hands. Her father punishes her with a hammer, causing both hands to be amputated. Whoa! Whoa! What kind of father is that? Okay. The child was playing mechanic in the garage, pounding on the family's new car with a hammer. When her furious dad caught her, he used a hammer on her, beating her hands until 2 fingers fell off. Ow! Ow! I felt that. Detected so much muscle tissue and nerve damage that she had to undergo amputation. Allegedly, the mother refused to press charges, stating that the father was responsible for discipline in the home, so the child would be returned to her abusive parents. A Utah reporter received an outraged letter about this true case in 1986. A quick call was made to Primary Children Hospital, determined that there was no such patient there. While horrific child abuse really does occur, luckily this Utah story was simply based on an urban legend that has been circulating across the country. Oh, okay. I hate those parents, by the way. That's a real thing. I hate it. Uh, Whale carcass in Farmington. In December 2014, a farmer found a dead whale carcass in his field. Dang! How? Ooh. I don't. Yeah, so this simply wasn't true. I'm trying to find things that are true, but here we go. The Disneyland hearse, an old horse-drawn hearse that sits at the entrance to the haunted mansion at Disneyland, was used to transport the body of Brigham Young to his funeral. No one is sure how the urban legend got started, but it's alive and well today. It would be a great addition to church history, but sadly, it's not true. The Desert News spoke to Clem and M. Leonard, the director of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints Museum and the Church History and Art back in 2001. Mr. Leonard said that records show Brigham Young's body was moved to the Lion House in the tabernacle on a platform carried by men, as instructed in Young's will. After the funeral, the same men carried Young's casket to the cemetery on First Avenue. Other experts have determined that the hearse at Disneyland was manufactured sometime in the 1980s. Brigham Young died in 1877. So that's fake. Ooh. Alright. Escalante Petrified Forest. Take home a piece of petrified wood from the state park and you'll suffer bad luck due to an ancient curse. The state park receives as many as a dozen letters from previous visitors every year, returning petrified wood and telling stories of accidents, lost jobs, and other misfortunes. It's illegal to remove anything from the state park, including pieces of petrified wood. However, there's no proof that a curse has anything to do with the visitor's misfortune. Well, it should. I was like super duper excited for that. Ugh. Well, we read some of the stories here, and a lot of them seem like a lot of them are just fake. But, but, uh, yeah. So if y'all like this video, please be sure to subscribe. Like the video. It'll